Hello, podcast listeners. First up, thank you so much for listening to and supporting the podcast. We really, really appreciate it. We love doing it and we love getting the amazing comments in from all of you. Just a quick reminder that the Your Success book is out now on amazon.co.uk and amazon.com. It's currently available in both paperback and Kindle, and the audiobook will be coming out in 2019. Head to tiny.cc/yourbook to check it out. That's tiny.cc/yourbook to check it out. Now, on with the podcast.
Welcome to Your Success Podcast. We give you actionable insight and stories behind real-life success wherever you go. Here are your hosts, Angelos and Mo.
Welcome to Your Success Podcast. I'm Angelos.
And I'm Mo.
And today, it's a bit of a sad podcast, Mo. And I think it's really important to explain to our listeners about why you are taking a step back.
Yeah. So I'm gonna, for all the listeners and watchers, obviously, I'm gonna take a little step back from the podcast for about 6 months or so, just really to focus on the businesses. We've grown a lot over the last sort of year in both of my businesses, and I just need to put some real focus onto it. And we talk about focus before on the podcast and things like that, and actually spending more time doing that. So I absolutely love the podcast. We're going to talk about some of the highlights and what we're going to do going forward in the future. But yeah, for now, I just need to spend some more time doing that. So
that's fair enough, Mo. Not going to lie to you, it's going to be a bit sad.
I know.
Going solo,
Yeah.
but I'll try my best to keep the standards up. But let's not focus on the sad things. Let's focus on the good things,
Definitely.
the successes we've had.
Yeah.
Indeed. So this will be episode 103.
Yes, amazing.
103 episodes, that's not too bad. We started off in the loft in Angelodian, and our interview with Grant Cardone was recorded in a multi-million-pound mansion.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's quite a journey over, how long has it been? Was it October?
2 years almost.
2 years, yeah, almost 2 years. So.
Crazy, man.
Yeah.
And I guess the key thing there for people watching at home is just perseverance, just getting through, and prolific, not perfect, right?
That's
because
it.
if you watch our first episode together, when we remembered to press record, it was I'm sure rough and ready compared to the semi-slick operation we've got now, right?
Definitely. We didn't have any gear, and I think people get hung up on needing all the gear and like what do you need to have to start the lights and the audio and the video and things like that. And actually, we started with basically nothing, just an iPhone and
look at us now. We've got professional editing
lighting.
Team.
Yeah, we've got professional audio recording, like professional mics. So when we started, we had a mic each, didn't we? Or shared a mic and then had a mic each.
Yeah, because we had this mic which looked like quite phallic, and we both had to lean in. And, you had to be careful not to miss-time it, because if both of us are going in for this phallic object, it could be a very different podcast altogether.
We could have kissed again.
Maybe we're not going to talk about that.
Sorry. And then whenever we had a guest, because we didn't have enough mics, we had to share one and then let the guest have one. And so we just get started, didn't we? We just got started with it, and we had an idea and we went with it. And actually, the first idea we had for Pig Pods, we then evolved that into Your Success. And again, it's just getting it started. Is the main thing.
Do you remember when we had to rebrand it from Pig Pods, which is Professional Investment Group Pods, to Your Success? And we're thinking, what the hell could we call it?
Yeah.
And it was under our noses all the time. So what was it? Pig Pods, Your Success Podcast. And
it was right the tagline all the way along.
All along.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. And then we went on to write a #1 best-selling book.
We did.
And that was a great journey. That's almost
amazing,
a year old now.
Yeah.
We sold thousands of books around the world, in Peru, in Nepal, and it's just crazy.
Yeah, it is mental.
The feedback we've had from people has just been incredible. Really, really.
And it's really good, I think, to share what we learned from the first lot of podcasts that we'd done, the information that we'd gained from all of those like successful people that we'd interviewed. Just condense that down with our own knowledge as well from our own journeys. So really exciting, and that's out there forever now. And obviously we're going to finish the recording of the audio book, so that's going to be out pretty soon. By the time this goes out, it might even be finished.
And if you think about it, Mo, I know we're doing all our property stuff, keeping us very busy, making us very wealthy. When that's gone, with our children and the grandchildren, and they've spent it all on, amazing Mercedes or whatever the hell they're going to drive or do in those days. This is the thing that will outlast us all. This is the legacy that we leave behind. Yeah. So the thing I tell people who often ask me, should I write that book? Should I start the podcast? Just do it, man.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing that you leave behind. Yeah. You leave that behind for future generations.
And also some of the feedback that we got from the book and from the podcast where people have actually read it and they've actually made changes in their life, or they've done something differently, or it's made them step back and think about what they're doing and take a different direction in life. That's so powerful. I think that's, like you say, that's the legacy, and that's the bit that will outlast us, which is really cool. Like, as much as this is fun and it's a laugh and we do it, and we have a laugh with it. Well, I mean, we laugh, but you can't make yourself laugh.
Well, yeah, I mean, we think we're hilarious.
Yeah, just everyone watching.
And my mum thinks the same as well.
Yeah, well, she's a legend.
Yeah. One thing I was going to say, Mark, is the fact that one thing I've gotten out of this is working together with you.
Yeah.
And because I've always gone solo, I'm like Batman of the podcast world.
Yeah.
I don't like to share. And working together with you has been a really great experience because we have quite different personalities. I'm quite on the disc profile. I'm red, and you're a little bit yellow, and a few other colours.
I'm hilarious.
Yeah, I'm the stoic.
Yeah, you've just got sort of a bank full of dad jokes, which is fitting now that you're a dad. So.
Yeah, indeed.
I mean, you had dad jokes
when I was born,
decades before you were a dad. So
indeed,
that's pretty cool.
But one thing I'll say is that it's really good fun when you've got someone that you can bounce ideas off, and I think we complement each other very well.
Yeah, definitely. And a lot of people have commented on that fact. People we've interviewed and people we've had on the podcast and that we've spoken to, and when we've spoken at events and presented and things like that. I think that's one of the key things they say, and it's been really nice, and it's been really good getting to know you, Baron.
Indeed, and I've done my bit for charity. Helped you along,
got me out of the house,
got you off the streets.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're welcome, Mo. You're welcome.
Thank you.
So moving forward, then, I just want to say, because it's expanded our networks massively,
definitely,
right?
Yeah.
So if you are thinking of doing a podcast, do it, because you'll meet some amazing people. I've met some heroes of mine. You've brought some great guests on as well, and so big shout out to all of our guests that have put up with us for the past year or two, and we've formed some really good friendships with them, haven't we?
Yeah, definitely, and that will last forever. It's almost like the podcast's been so good because you've got an excuse to speak to someone, to reach out to someone, and rather than just like the standard, do you want to go for a coffee? It's actually like, do you want to be on our podcast and talk about your story and get people to talk about themselves and what they've done, help inspire other people, and also just open up that line of communication with people that you don't know that well, which is, it's been really cool. That's been one of the best things about it as well.
Yeah, for sure. So what's next for Your Success podcast? Well, as we said, you're taking a step back and we're going to go solo.
Yeah.
So
like Batman.
Like Batman.
You're rebranding it to
Your Success with Angelos.
With Batman.
Well,
Your Success podcast.
Mate,
Your Success Backcast.
With Could work.
Batman.
Yeah, with Batman.
Yeah.
And could become Justice League again.
Is this podcast basically going to become just StarTrek.com? You're basically going to just interview people?
I don't know. Perhaps one of the best things about having you here is that you keep it on the straight and narrow, and you stop having there's not as many Star Trek stuff coming through. But incidentally, CBS Studios copied some of my tweets the other day.
Did they reference you?
They did not, no.
Oh.
So I'll be seeing them in Star Trek Court fairly soon. No, but in all seriousness, I've got lots of interesting people lined up to talk and interview and learn and share. So Your Success podcast.
Actually, I was really happy when we had the chat about sort of the future of the podcast, and you said you were going to carry on doing it, because I think you do a really good job of just keeping the flag burning, keeping the fire burning.
Generally, we don't like to burn flags, mate. It's
keeping the flag flying, keeping the fire burning.
Yeah.
I think one thing you're going to miss, though, is my horrific misquotes of Tony Robbins. I think there's this one time that he said something like, a journey is better shared but good when you're on your own.
Yeah, I think he said but good. He's so eloquent, that guy.
And I think you're going to miss that. So if you do ever need some terrible misquotes of Tony Robbins, just give me a shout.
I will. And also I'm going to miss the hair.
Of course.
because that, as we know, is part of your superpower.
Yeah.
You know, I may be Batman, but you were born with this amazing.
Should I cut a lock off and give it to you?
Please, we'll frame it. Yeah,
have it on the desk every time you do an interview.
But not all is lost.
No,
because we are recording the audiobook.
We are.
And we are 2/3 of the way there. I mean, it's a monumental task when you're
final third.
It's
like the final third of a marathon.
Yeah.
I don't know if I mentioned that I've done the London Marathon multiple times.
Yeah, I think you said you got an Uber ride the other time. It was pretty good, actually.
I just put I just put my tag on Mo Farah. Mo.
I get it.
Easy.
Yeah.
And
do you remember that time, Mo?
Where's this going?
Well, we just finished writing a few chapters of the book.
Yeah.
So it's like flashback.
Rewind.
Yeah, rewind. And
it wasn't always this way.
I'm not sure if, like me, just using some of the old NLP tricks. Anyway, so flashback to April. When was the London Marathon?
Yeah, April.
April 2017.
Yeah.
And we finished our romantic getaway to write a few of the chapters of the book.
We don't like to talk about that.
No, we don't talk about that anymore. And then we drove back to London, and they had the marathon. You struggled to find parking because they closed all the goddamn roads, right? Then we had to find your friend Matt. To show a little bit of support and he was being tracked on the thing, so we could track, and we were ahead of the game. And then we ran down the deserted main highways, which was amazing, just seeing London empty. So we ran down there, got across to running by the Thames River, and we managed to get him and give him literally, 2 seconds worth of support? So all that effort for those 2 seconds, mate, it's just amazing. Yeah. But
that's what it's about, isn't it?
It is, and showing support and just all that effort. But the point is that it was a really good day, and we had a really great time.
Yeah.
Audiobook.
Pig Pods on the Run. That was another good one.
Yeah, that was great. So when we recorded 3-4 interviews in one day in London, and that was with Ollie Phillips and Nicole and Mark Stokes. Awesome guys. Yeah. That was a great time, wasn't it? God, this should be like a flashback episode, really. Mo, I knew you'd break. No. But yeah.
No, it's been really good fun, and I think that it's just been really, really good. And the good thing about podcasts and the book, obviously, is just like I said earlier, it's going to be around forever. So we can look back on those videos and watch them. And it's nice feeling.
When we're old and grey.
Wow.
All right, mate. Don't need to look
Greyer.
Greyer.
Yeah. It's probably working with me on the podcast, but now you're doing it on your own. You'll go back to just normal colour.
It was you. We look back and think, bloody hell, man, what a ride and what an amazing experience. And this is why I keep saying to people who ask, go out and just do it, man, because you won't regret it. No. But as long as you have a core message, this is what you're about. Mm-hmm. Don't just do it because you know, it's a thing. Because it is a massive commitment. As the whole point of today's episode, Farewell Mo, is it does take a tremendous amount of time to plan, to organise, to
I think that's
logistics, and there's a cost to it as well.
Yeah, and we're pretty well systemised in terms of we set it up like a proper system. We've got the release schedule, we've got someone doing the transcription, we've got someone doing the social media, we've got someone that does the video editing, the audio editing, and the whole lot. But it still takes time to line up great guests and constantly trying to better yourself, getting better guests, and then actually time to record and then review the edits and things like that. So it is a big time commitment. So you've got to have, like say, a core reason for doing it. And
because some of our guests are taking over a year to line up.
And you have to go and see them as well, and take days out,
get through their PAs, do unspeakable things to get through the gatekeepers.
So Jordan Belfort is still on cards.
Absolutely.
That'd be really good.
Really looking forward to him. He's rescheduled a couple of times because he's doing a world tour at the moment, which is fine. But yes, he will not escape.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get
Professor Brian Cox.
Oh yeah, Brian Cox.
Yeah, that would be
Coxie.
Old Coxie, your mate Coxie.
Yeah. Can't wait to talk about space.
Yeah.
And the successes.
The Final Frontier.
Indeed. I didn't know you were a Trekkie, mate. I thought you were trying to keep me away from that. No, but the successes of that, and one thing I really want to get out there. So if Mary Beard is listening, she's an amazing historian.
Yeah.
And I want to talk about Rome. And Angelos, why do you want to talk about Rome so much? Apart from that, you love Rome and Greece. Well, hold on, dear listener, I'll tell you. And the reason is because Rome, its empire lasted for 1,000+ years. Yeah. How the hell does one empire survive for so long? What was their success? And there are many parallels between ancient Rome and today that we can learn from, and to avoid those same mistakes. You look at America, you could say it's an empire in decline, and all these different things. There's a lot of parallels there that we can learn from the past. So
that'd be a really good one to get on.
Mary, she'd love.
If you're listening.
Which I'm sure she would be. She's probably listening right now. But yeah, absolutely, mate. There's lots of weird and wonderful people coming on the podcast, plus solo discussions where I'll just have a picture of you and your hair, that lock of hair, and I'll just pretend.
Pretend I'm here.
I'll just have an audio track of you laughing all the time.
Me just going, yeah, 100%. 100%.
Right, Mo, any parting comments?
Just that I've really, really enjoyed doing it. I don't, even though it's farewell for now, I don't think it is forever. And potentially in the future, 6 months or so, or next year, I'll come back if I'm allowed. I don't know, you'll probably be fine. You'll probably be burning the flag so high and ferociously that you won't even want me back. But it's been great fun. I think I'm really, really proud of everything we've done. I think we know for a fact that we've actually helped people as well as sort of use this a little bit as our own personal development in terms of talking through things and solving problems. And even just, I think one of the great things is it forces us to have some time together and have a chat about business and about life and how things are going. And we have that sort of half an hour before we're setting up and a bit of time after and going for Nando's. And just stuff like that's been really, really good, and I hope we can continue to do that outside of this anyway. So, it's been great working with you, and I think you're going to do a great job carrying the flag as we go forward. Carrying and raising, and hopefully not too many burns. Burning that flag. Definitely not burning the flag. Yeah. Well, I mean, in all seriousness, it's been a real pleasure for the past almost 2 years. I know we have a lot of fans listening who will be like, weeping. Hi, Mum. We've got one fan that just downloads, deletes the podcast to make our numbers look really good. That's Baniola, that's my mum, so thanks for that. And refreshes the YouTube views. God bless you. Yeah. She's had to make 100 different accounts to get the subscribers on YouTube. God bless her. Yeah, they'll do anything for us. But no, in all honesty, mate, it's been a real privilege and pleasure to share this with you. Likewise. It's been a real fun adventure, and let's see what the future brings. Definitely. And look out for the audiobook. Indeed. Coming in 2020. No, it'll be out this year. December the 31st. Indeed. So, just to wrap up then, we want to know what you think of what you think of Mo. Tell us some of your highlights. Thank God, I can't thought he'd never go. And his voice. Why is he so loud? Let Angelos talk about Star Trek more. No, we'd love to hear from you at home. Can we hear about ancient Greece more? Great podcast. Why don't we talk about the Roman Empire a bit more? Indeed. So, leave us your comments at home. Tell us what you've enjoyed about Mo. I'll delete every one of them. We hopefully will have more than one there. And let's move forward with the podcast. Can't wait to raise that flag. And thanks again, Mo. And thanks, mate. Au revoir, as they say. See you again. Ciao, adios. Is that what they say? Ciao, adios. Is that ciao for now. Ciao for now. Ciao for now. It's ciao for now. So, indeed. So for the final time for now, thank you for listening. I've been Angelos. 103 episodes. Still a struggle. We still can't get the ending right. So for now, for the final time for now. Jesus Christ, good job this isn't live. This is shocking. We can edit that bit out. We're very professional. Right, let's try one more time. One more time. I know it's hard for you and you don't want to say it. I know, I don't want to say it. And drag it out. There are tears forming in my eyes, but it's also hay fever outside. So, for the final time, thank you for listening to Your Success Podcast. Please get in contact with us on hello@yoursuccesspodcast.com, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, on LinkedIn. We're everywhere. I've been Angelos. I've been Mo. And see you again on the next exciting episode of Your Success Podcast.
You have been listening to Your Success Podcast. Click subscribe for more incredible content. More details can be found at www.yoursuccesspodcast.com.